The gong has been played. The podcast must begin. I'm in the market for a love seat in my TV room.
Yeah.
Because we have a large. Ryan always. I can never remember because she knows the special high-end words for things. I don't know if it's a couch or a sofa. Whichever one of those is the fancy word, that's what she calls it. She doesn't call it the fancy word. I'm the clod that does that. But it's a couch or a sofa. I don't know which I have. Anyways, I love this thing. I'm very proud of it. It's like the most. I did get it as the floor model, so I got a discount because if you know me, you know that I am frugal, cheap, as some might call it.
Yeah,
I'm the guy that if you're in the grocery store and the meat is expiring that day and the discount sticker is on there, guess what we're having for dinner tonight? Chicken that smells a little funny, but you know what? That'll cook out.
Yeah.
All that to say that I'm starting the process of looking for it because my son's 12, going on 13. He is getting taller than I thought he would. If he does get tall, I'm 6'3" and change. If he gets taller than me, not going to be happy about it. He keeps talking about how he's going to get to look down on me one day, and
that would be so excellent.
All I really have is my height and my hair. I mean, there's not much else going on. There's certainly nothing going on between my ears. So,
my oldest is taller than me. It doesn't unnerve me because I wasn't abnormally tall like you are, really.
Abnormally, I'm like on the. I think if there's an abnormally, like whatever the bell curve,
you're not like 7 feet tall.
No, that's going to be challenging. I mean, I couldn't imagine. I always wanted to be, I always wanted to be, even though he isn't this tall. I of course found I always wanted to be 6'7" because that's how tall Hulk Hogan was. Of course, that was my childhood idol. Honestly, still, if I ever met the guy, I'd probably cry now because it's just there's a lot of stuff wrapped up in that only a psychiatrist needs to unpack with me. We don't need to do it here.
Yeah. Are you my dad?
There you go. On the nose.
Yeah, but there are these moments that I look forward to you experiencing, that I've experienced when the kids get older. The couch thing is real. It's a real struggle. Like, they just sprawl out on this thing, and I'm like, hey, this is mine. Some space.
And there's 4 of us on it now with Lizzie. And
pull yourself together, man.
Yeah.
And like, but they're so long and tall that it's like I need like a sectional that goes all the way around my house.
Well, Jack will still lay his head on like my shoulder when he's sitting next to me and whatnot. So, and I have to, sometimes I'm like, Minky, I want some space, but I have to remember that that's going to happen for the last time soon.
Yeah.
And that's always social media is, a vile pit. At the same time, it's also a very useful thing for us in what we do from a business perspective. But every now and then you come across a gem.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing one that, one day you're going to pick up your kid for the last time. And it's like, I saw that and it makes perfect sense, right?
Yeah.
It's incredible. Like any good observation, it's incredibly easy to understand. And you're like, oh, I never thought. But when you think of it that way, it like blows your mind. Almost anything you think of it like a friend, there's gonna be a day where you say, oh, see you tomorrow to your friend for the last time. Like, and that's actually given me a weird perspective on life where I look at everything and I go, this could be the last time of this or that or another thing. It's I don't know what a turn from couches to that. That's weird.
I mean, we talked about the kids growing up, and that's one of the most telling signs of that sense of whatever you want to call it, mortality.
Mortality, yeah.
And it's interesting because I came to that realization when the boys kind of went away to school. Both boys go to a boarding school, and when they would come home, the feeling of like being together was so intense that I ended up telling Rachel, my wife, like, so many people look back on their life, like the age that we are now in our 30s and 40s, and they go,
You're 40, aren't you?
I'm not 40 yet.
You're still 30. Oh, that's
I'm
right. Your birthday's in January. You're
39.
still 39.
Yes. And
Oh, Mingia.
But-
Is your so I wonder if your wife is planning a party for your 40th like your 30th, because you were not happy about that.
I've asked not to have that. I'm hosting a cigar event 2 days after my birthday, and I'm using it as an opportunity to drag like everybody I know to this event, because I'm like, yeah, you got to bring me into the next decade, guys. Like, but
Sorry, I derailed you there.
no. But so many people look back on this time period in one's life and go, those were the days. So what I did is I went to the fridge and I took a piece of paper and I wrote, these are the days. And I leave it on the fridge because it's a reminder for me that, like, it's great to look back on things and reflect and be like, that was amazing. But it's also great to appreciate it while it's happening. And
that's a hard thing to do.
It is.
That appreciation while it's going on. I finally bit the bullet and picked up an Xbox X. Jack has had my PlayStation 4 up in his room for like a year now, and he plays Fortnite with his friends. And once I got the Xbox, I said, "Oh, can you play Fortnite with me?" I'm like, "Sure." So I went out, got a headset, and I'm like, "You just watch." I go, "The old man used to play this stuff, you know." This is what I used to do.
Yeah.
So we get in there. He gives me the breakdown of Fortnite. We get in there and we I do one kind of training one. You kind of learn, and then he figures out how to link it. You know, he's running up and down the stairs trying to figure out because I don't know how to link up. I feel it's very strange. I used to know how to do all this stuff, and now I'm like, how do I connect to your PlayStation from there? I feel very out of place yet in a familiar area. And so anyways, we're playing first game ever, and I don't know if this is a normal thing. I know I'm saying I'm bragging. First Fortnite game I've ever played, first place.
Wow.
I took down like 6 people. I'm running around with this shotgun. I'm taking them all down. I got and that was the first game, and then his friend showed up. He wanted to go play with them, of course. And I kind of want to never play again.
Yeah.
Because I did it. I got the first place. What else is there to do?
Yeah. I didn't even have that. So I have no teenagers in the house most of the time. I spent an hour trying to get onto the Xbox to play it the other night.
What was wrong
just
with it?
gave up. So each of the kids have their own account. It was 9:30 at night. So each kid also has a version of an Xbox that they brought to school with them. You know, over the years, we've bought a few. And
Yeah, you get the 360,
right.
yeah.
So I go to log in under one account just to play The Witcher. Like, Dad just wants to play a little Witcher.
Just want to play some Witcher, yeah.
Got booted because he's on.
Oh, man, yeah.
Go to the next account. Get booted because he's on. So I'm FaceTiming with these two. And they're like, hey, yeah, sorry, Dad, we're playing right now. And I'm like, well,
Can't even play the Nintendo.
And you know what? Microsoft really does not make it super easy to set up a new account. Like, if you're at a console and like it's all like, I don't have Windows, I don't have any of that stuff. So like I have to create a special Outlook like account just so I can log into stupid Xbox. And
yeah, I think I had to do that too now that yeah.
So finally I was just like, this is so frustrating. I tried to log into my daughter's account, who I knew was in bed, and had parental controls on it. And
So
I couldn't
you're
figure
gonna
out.
play The Witcher.
I couldn't figure out how to get the parental controls off. I'm like, who am I, and how did this happen? So I finally just went back upstairs and was like, I'm not playing this right now. I guess I'm not qualified.
I'm not qualified to operate an Xbox right now.
Like, I'm ready to go buy my own and just keep it quietly and set up my own account on it and let no one else touch it.
Go get yourself an X.
Yeah.
I was looking at him, and I just walked into a Best Buy, and I'm like, hey, guys, you guys got that Xbox X here? He goes, oh, we just got a shipment. And he goes, I'm pretty sure I can sell you one. Of course, in the back of my mind, I'm like, wait a second, I have money.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
You have a good. I would like to exchange that money for a good. That's how commerce works. I'm not saying this, but I'm doing this all in my head. And they had me. He's like, oh, you can't control, but they have these elite controllers, and I'm like, yeah, I'll take one of those. That sounds good.
Take that, and it probably got you first place.
It probably. I'll tell you, I like the elite controller. It's heavy. It's got extra buttons on the bottom. So you know how now, like, depending on how you depress the button, it does different things. Well, instead of having to rely on that depression, you can just use the little underfinger buttons, which is nice.